Alright, hi everybody. We're doing problem number 15, and we have on problem number 15, okay, the function is h of x equals 31 times 2.3 to the x, okay? Alright, now what this means, this is a power function, first of all, remember, because it fits this form right here. Remember, the h of x is kind of like a y, right? It's the dependent variable. You give me an x and I'll tell you what the output of this function is, and we plot it on the y-axis, and this is going to equal a b to the x, where a is the a is the coefficient, b is the base, and x up there. So y equals a b to the x. So I can see that a is 31, b is 2.3, and then my output is going to be right there. All right, so now keeping that in mind, we can make a chart, right? X, and we could call this h of x, which is the same as y, right? So when x is 0, for example, we just put it up there. Y or on the y-axis, or h of x, will be 31, right? Because 2.3 to the 0 is going to be 1, so 31 times 1. When x is 1, we could see that it's going to be 31. I'll do it on my calculator real quick. 31 times 2.3 raised to the first. So it's going to be 71.3, right? When x is 2, it's going to be 31 times 2.3 raised to the second. And so it's going to be 163.99. Now I don't need to keep putting it in the formula, because really what's happening here, you're multiplying it by 2.3 every time, right? So I could just take my answer there and multiply it by 2.3. It's just a little easier to do it that way. 177. But you could put it in the formula too, either way. When x is 4, see, I'm just taking 31 times 2.3 to the fourth. All right, so let's see. Let me do it that way. 31 times 2.3 raised to the fourth is going to be 867.5071. All right, that's probably enough. I don't think I need to go any higher than that, because now it says to compare, let's see, find the factor by which to multiply the value of h of x to get h of x plus 3. So remember, okay, so it doesn't matter. I can pick any. I want the interval to be 3 is really what he's saying here, okay? So I want a ratio for h of x plus 3 over h of x, so that I know that if I'm always going to go up by an interval of 3, I can find what that common ratio is. I know the common ratio is 2.3 if I go up by an interval of 1. If I go up by an interval of 1, watch, all of these, this is going up by an interval 1. Look at my chart. I take 71.3, right, and divide that by 31. It's 2.3. Take 163.99 and divide that by 71.3, right, and it's 2.3. I always have a common ratio of 2.3 when I'm going up by an interval of 1. Well, when I'm going up by an interval of 3, what happens? Well, let's take h of, let's let x be 1. So let's take h of 4 over h of 1. That will tell me what my common ratio is over an interval of 3, right? So h of 4 is going to be 867.5071, and we're going to divide that by h of 1, which is 71.3. Now I could have taken h of 0, h of 3 divided by h of 0. It doesn't matter. Any 3, as long as I'm going up by an interval of 3. So let's see, I'm going to take 867.5071, and I'm going to divide that by 71.3. Okay, and this is going to equal 12.167. All right, so this is going to be the ratio if I want to go up by 3. Like if I want to know, I don't have to keep putting it in the formula. The formula is so easy, and with our calculators, I don't know why we would do this, but if I go up by 3, like let's say starting at 2, what do they tell you to do? Let's see what they tell us to do. Confirm your answer by calculating h of 5 and h of 8. Okay, so they want us to find h of 5 and h of 8. Well, h of 5, let's see, 5 is up from this one right here. I'm just going to take that and multiply it by the ratio. So I'm going to take 163.99 and I'm going to multiply it by 12.167. Okay, and I get 1995.27 approximately. I'm just going to round it off, okay? Now I go up again by that. To go from 5 to 8, it's going up by 3, so I'm going to multiply that by 12.167 again. All right, and I'm going to get about 24,276.41. I just right around there. Okay. Now, if I do it using the calculator or using just the formula instead of just multiplying by 12.167, well, and because our calculators work so easily, this is almost the easiest way to do it. H of 5 equals 31 times 2.3 to the 5th. I would almost just prefer to do this instead of trying to figure out this trick. But 31 times 2.3 raised to the 5th, and you can see it's exactly the same thing. I'm just did that on my calculator, this exactly, and I'm getting the same answer I got down here. Okay, and then h of 8, do the same thing. I'm going to take 31 times 2.3 to the 8th. All right, right there. 31 times 2.3 raised to the 8th, and I'm going to get 24,276.41. Okay, so using the formula, here we are, and then using the ratio of what wasn't it, 12.63, something like that. That's what I got. I hope that makes sense. I think that was it. That's all we have to do.